Alright guys, so you guys know what's up by the title. I'm gonna just break down my stats, my trades, and kind of how I feel about it, just passing the challenge. So let's just get into that. So you can see right now we're at the account overview. I got a 50K account. Uh, we made 4,179 profit on the account, which is 8%, 8 point something percent. The loss don't really matter. 15 trades, it says. I took 15 trades, but really I didn't take 15 trades. I took multiple positions in one trade, but we're going to talk about that too. Average risk to reward 1.79, win rate 53%. I will say with the risk to reward thing, I am trying to get 2 to 3R now, but also with the win rate, that's kind of skewed because on my trades that I do take 1R, they have a higher win rate. I just took a couple pointless losers, which obviously lowered my win rate. So that's that. Obviously still profitable. Average winning trade 1,030, average losing trade 500. So it still keeps us above when we go down in losing streaks or when we just take our regular strategy losses. But let's look at the calendar real quick because I want to show you guys something. February 24th, we took our first trade. We didn't take a trade next day. We took another trade, one trade. I told you guys about the 2 trades. You can see we did make a mistake, or I made a mistake, I should say. I realized I cannot be trading NQ, S&P, and US 30 like correlated. I can't take multiple positions on each pair at a time because if one loses, one might lose, the other might lose. So what I did, and the only reason I had this problem was because I just recently transitioned from Forex to futures. So I was kind of treating like the Forex pairs, but now, I realized I learned ASAP. That's it. The same week I learned, I took a couple pointless losers, and that was that. So I started taking one trade a day. So let's move on to March. We're at March. You can see it says 3 trades. We took multiple positions on that trade, but it was one trade. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And what I want to show you guys is look at the patience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trading for weeks. And that's also because I was obviously only trading NQ, S&P, and US 30, which recently I have added crude oil and gold to my pairs, to my watch list. So that's how I did pass the challenge. Thankfully, I did add that, and I realized that the markets were having changes, and the setups I was looking for weren't occurring no more, at least not as commonly as before. So we took a trade on 13th, the 7th, 2 trades this month. You know what I'm saying? So move on to the next month. We took 2 trades and 2 trades, it says. We really only took 1 trade, and it was 2 positions on each one. And this is what passes the challenge. You know what I'm saying? I think this is Wednesday, this was gold, and Thursday was S&P trade. I'm going to break that down after this, but I just want to show you guys the patience and the discipline that goes into this. I wasn't trading it like my other 5K account aggressively. This is my conservative account. I'm trying to just get payouts. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just get funded because I was funded before. I just want to get back funded and get my consistent payouts. So let me show you guys the trades. So I'm gonna do a top-down analysis with you guys. All right, so we're at gold. This is what I seen: price impost, and we're looking for levels. So we're looking for supply and demand levels. That's all I trade. I see on gold price impulse. We created a level right here at this low. You can see this is a swing high. This is a swing high. This is a swing low. We are looking at the previous price action. When price recently imposed, what did it do? It never pulled back to the swing high. It kept going. It gave us a little pause and it kept going. So when price paused right here, I thought, okay, I might keep going. Let me drop down though for confirmation. I just see a supply and demand level on the 4-hour, which I marked up, and I seen a candle that price couldn't close below. So I went down to the hour chart. As I go down to the hour chart, I see price still can't close, and price already gave another impulse, pull back to another level. Supply and demand, remember this, supply and demand level. And it impulsed again and pulled back to another supply and demand level. When I realized this, I realized, okay, it's a trending market and price is not reversing. It's continuing the trend and it doesn't want to pull back to this daily level nor the 4-hour supply and demand level. If anything, it pulled back to this 1-hour level and is looking to give us a reaction on this level because I see this candle set up right here. Yeah, my fault. So then I drop down to the 5-minute chart. We're looking for that entry. So price hits the level. You can see right here, hits the level, bounces, break and retest that supply and demand levels is bread and butter. Price pulls back, hits the level. You can see it gave us a bullish bar. It never went above that bullish bar, so we didn't take it. Price gave us another bullish bar. It went above. As soon as it went above, we took it. I did hop in late. I got in like right here, which got me like a little bit more than a 1-to-1. But my realized R was a 2R. I should have took that. That's my fault. I shouldn't be breaking my rules like that. Even if I'm like doing something on the side or whatever, I got to be at the charts. But anyways, I got in and I held it through. You know what I'm saying? I held it through all the way to the top. It was like, yeah, like a 2 hour trade, but it's whatever. Held it. It's the first time I like really been trading gold or whatever since my transition. So that's gold for you. Let's move on to, and I want you guys to see these supply and demand zones. Like really look deep at it, and if anything, back test if you want to, and you'll see the same price action. So let's move on to S&P 500. And these are the same plays. You can look at it, they're the same plays. I'm not trading randomly and doing all this extra stuff. Like the same thing, keeping it simple. You can see this is a swing on the daily chart. We're back to the top-down analysis. We're at the daily chart. You can see this is a swing. Mark your level. This is a swing low. Mark your level. You can tell because price broke out of this. Price created another zone, broke out of this, and now it's a zone created. Go to the 4-hour chart. Sorry about that. On the 4-hour chart, I see a breakout right here, and you can even see price pull back to this supply and demand on the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour supply and demand. Price corrected, broke out. Always know that after every correction, it will be a breakout. Price is always going to correct and then break out. Correct, break out. Even if it corrects sideways or corrects up, looking like it's going to go to a downtrend or an uptrend like this, it looks like it's going up. Like if I go to a lower time frame, this will look like a big uptrend. But really, on the higher time frame, it's just a correction to the supply and demand level to break. So when we see this break, we know what price could do. It could correct back up to the supply and demand level and break. You can see the supply and demand level right here. So what I did is also knowing that price doesn't always have to pull back though. It can be a strong trend, and we just want to ride the wave. It'll just impulse and keep just keep pushing very hard. So when price did that, I thought, okay, I'm gonna ride the wave. We get in. I went down to my 1 hour time frame. I seen this is when I wake up, you know what I'm saying? I'm trading obviously my session hours. So price give us consolidation is what I see, and I see that same thing that happened on a higher time frame that you see right here on the lower time frame. Price broke out, now we have another zone. We're waiting for that pullback again. You can see this candlestick on this wicks right here came right at 9:30 or 8 o'clock around that time. Maybe 9:30, I guess, because I trade S&P from 9:30 to 11. Drop down to that 5-minute, easy. Price hit the level, gave us a nice bearish bar. As soon as it went below, we take our position. Took 20 minutes, got our profits, passed the challenge, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So look over this if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like this is definitely sauce, you know what I'm saying? Definitely sauce, supply and demand sauce. I don't know if you're ICT and all that other stuff, that's cool, whatever, but I mean this is like if you like supply and demand, if you've been practicing supply and demand, this is definitely for you. This really just me just showing you guys my journey though. So that's both of my trades. That at least the recent trades, I'm not gonna go over all my trades, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? The same, waiting for those break and resets at these supply and demand levels. I don't really use trend lines, I'll say. I just use it to box in price. So then I can pretty much just get a direction, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really using the trend line, but I am using it. But supply and demand levels are my main bread and butter. They're the reason why I'm not entering without a supply and demand level. So I do want to talk to you guys about how do I feel about it. I personally been funded before, so I'm kind of more so angry than anything. I really just like, and I'm not angry, you know what I'm saying? Trading obviously like rationalize me, but I'm more like, it's like a good anger. It's more so just like, I just want to get back, but I'm patient. I'm gonna wait, you feel me? You guys see my calendar, you know what I'm saying? I'm not forcing setups at all. I'm gonna wait till my setups come, but I'm aggressively getting my setups. So when I do see these entries like this, I'm eagerly waiting to push that button. And I'm pushing as soon as I see price go below. So I really don't feel anything. Like I said, I could say angry in a way, but not really angry. I'm more so just, you know, I was funded before. I was literally looking at my withdrawal, and I could have withdrawn it, but I ended up kept trading and I lost it, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Trials and tribulations that just come with trading. I'm not really worried about that. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to move on. I got to still do phase 2, but you know, like I said, it's the same setups. So we're gonna see how, like, you know, I'm not really too pressed about phase 2. I'm more so, I might feel a different feeling when I get funded, but right now I'm just like, you know, it's whatever. So that's that. I really have nothing more to say. I will say, if you made it this far though, I appreciate you. If you got any value or like my top-down analysis or anything, or have any questions or even thoughts about it, comment down below. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.